Biology Part 231. The males of many species compete with other males for attention, and those with a lackluster appearance leave few, if any, descendants. For female, the selective pressures are different. Their chances of leaving offspring in the next generation are likely to be improved by good camouflage and effective maternal behavior. Seasonal and habitat isolation. These are not very common in animals but are widespread among the plants. Closely related species often differ, most noticeable in their flowering seasons or in their requirements for soil type or climate. The sea campion, Silene maritima, grows on the rocky beaches, while the bladder campion, Silene vulgaris, grows in the field, and the McAdoo's. As a result, breeding between the species is rare. Although the hybrid formed are fully fertile, factors like these reduce the number of interspecific crosses, but often they are not the only isolating mechanisms used. Mechanical isolation. When the detailed anatomy of the insect is studied, it is quite common to find that the biggest difference between the species involved the structure of the external sex organ. This observation led to the lock and key theory, according to which the sex organs of a male will fit correctly into those of a female of the same species, but not into those of another species. There is little direct evidence to the support of the theory. It seems that courtship displays are almost invariably the main isolating mechanism. On the other hand, the mechanical structure of a flower is often adopted to take the advantage of the particular species of pollinating insect. The white dead nettles, the Lemonium album, can only be pollinated by a long-tongued insect such as a bee, and is therefore isolated from flowers pollinated by different insects. The behavior of the insects also helps to maintain reproductive isolation. For example, the honeybees usually collects nectar from many flowers of the same shape, color, or scent, ignoring other flowers, although these may be visited on a different day. Some flowers are pollinated by hummingbirds or bats, while the others, like the bee orchards, resemble the females various species of insects and are pollinated when males are deceived into attempting copulation. In every case, the structure of the flower flavors transfers of pollen from another flower of the same species. The mechanism of the pollination are discussed in more detail in our tutorial. Post-mating mechanism. Post-mating isolation mechanism reduces the success of the interspecific crosses. Unlike pre-mating mechanism, they do not prevent the wastage of gametes, with few exceptions. Post-mating mechanisms are likely to be difficult or impossible to improve by natural selection. Prevention of fertilization. The external fertilization is very common in aquatic organisms. In many species, behavioral, seasonal, and habitat isolation help to prevent the interspecific crosses, but it must sometimes happen that in eggs or sperm of different species which are present together, fertilization may still be prevented because the eggs do not produce the correct chemical signals to attract the sperm, or because the sperm fail to penetrate. A similar situation arises when the stigma of a flower receives pollen from a different species. Such pollen grains often fail to germinate or grow only slowly.